guys, what's up? How's it going? Today we are going to be putting together my kids' budget binders. Now these budget binders are primarily for their futures. I'm going to be adding an envelope in my own binder for my children. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and start putting these together. So I have actually started on my son, so I think I finished putting it together actually. We're not gonna do the full thing today for my daughters. We are just going to be putting the envelopes in and putting these categories on there, which I really need to go through and kind of do all this. The extra I figured I would use as like Talon. He's my only son. So Talon's extra is like his haircuts, anything he needs for, anything he would need for, you know, upkeep or spending, things like that. This was maintenance, savings, and vacation. So really I just put bills, education, emergency, extras, gas, groceries, health, maintenance, savings, and vacation. So in each one, when I start stuffing them, I'm going to have a list of things wrote down inside of them that I want them to be targeted for, and then eventually I'll make new envelopes with the corresponding category. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. Talon's is not done yet, but I have obviously already placed his name, and I think that's all I've done, and put his stickers or his labels in. Now I guess we can work backwards. So next will be my daughter Kinley's. And forgive me because I'm recording this in the morning, so I'm sounding a little groggy. So this is my daughter Kinley's. Here are her envelopes. Let's go ahead and lay them all down. So yeah, I actually wanted to do this because I feel like it's very important to save for their future, but it's also very important for them to understand why and how it's important to save for their future. My oldest daughter is Grayson, and she is 7 years old. So I was gonna say her birthday is, but you don't need that. You just need to know how old she is. She's 7. So I'm trying to instill in them a good work ethic now, which is very hard sometimes because they are very stubborn kiddos. They love to help when they want to help, you know. And I mean, that's a typical kid. But you know, I'm trying, and my boyfriend's trying to make them understand that when you get older, you don't have a choice. You know, you don't have a choice to clean, but you don't have a choice on cleaning your room. You have to clean your room, because if you don't, there's consequences to that, as far as like, you know, you're gonna have to get rid of some stuff because you can't keep up with it, or you don't want people to come over because you've got stuff everywhere, you know. And my kids right now don't care. I'm like, oh, you know, don't you ever want to have like your friends over? Don't you ever want to do this or that? And they're like, no. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. Now, when it comes to certain things, like now that it's getting nicer outside, I'm able to make them understand a little bit more as far as, okay, you know, we got to clean up our room, clean up our toys and stuff, because I would like to go outside, but we can't go outside and leave the room looking a mess. They're starting to kind of get that. Plus, we just redid their room, and it's not completely done yet. I still have quite a bit to do, but it is, the closet has been cleaned out as far as the clothes that don't fit my daughters anymore, and I put a new dresser in there for all three of them so that I can take out the old organizer that I had for my youngest daughter, and so that I don't have to just hang up my older girls' pants anymore, because their closet here is quite a bit smaller than at our old apartment. So, but although it is quite a bit smaller, I really love it at our new house. It is amazing, and I may even make a video this weekend of my kids, with my kids, so that I can post that. But I've been thinking about it. I don't know if I'm going to or not, but definitely been thinking about it. So, with that being said, let's start putting these on. And I love these. Oh my goodness. Okay. I love these little things because they come with these cute little stickers, and I just think it's so cute. I won't use these for inside of this probably. I might, but I was kind of thinking that I would let them be for something else. I don't know yet. I might put them in there just as trackers while they're kiddos. So let's go ahead, and I think I'm gonna set this one up exactly like I have Talon's. The only one that I really wanted to add for my girls was Beauty, but if I just put extra in, then it kind of covers all the additional stuff. Now, I know I started with bills for Talon because that's the most important thing for me. Well, one of the most important ones. So I want them to always know that their bills need to be taken care of first and foremost. Just because I feel that that is an important skill for adults to have, or an important mindset for adults to have. You know, as a kid, you don't really think about it because you're like, oh, you know, mom and dad have got it taken care of. But then as soon as you're an adult and you move out into the world, like every kid, as soon as they turn 18, they're prepared, you know, they're ready, or so they think. And then the bills hit and they're like, calling mom and dad, like, I'm panicking, what do I do? Luckily, I didn't have that, but that's because I have an older brother who I watched, you know, go to college and make certain mistakes before I even thought about going to college. Not really thought about, but like, you know, he went to college when I was in, I think, 7th grade, and that hit hard for me because he was gone all the time, and I wasn't used to that. So, yeah, so that is something that I want them to really be prepared for. The next one that I have down for Talon is another one that I think is huge, that I'm going to use as a huge, huge, huge thing for my kids, and that is education. Now, take that with a grain of salt because, of course, if they want to go to college and they want to have, you know, top tier education to do something like nursing or a doctor, whatever. I've heard Grayson say before that she wants to go to school to be a doctor. Fantastic. I've also heard her say that she wants to be a cop. Also fantastic. You know, I myself have been considering being a cop. However, I've talked to Black and Blue a little bit, and I'm not so sure. I just have to kind of think about it, you know? So education is something that even if they don't take the money and go to school, they're going to take this money and start a business. They're going to take this money and get a certificate. They're going to take this money and do whatever they need to do for their futures, their careers, their goals. Whatever it is, that's what this is for. Not necessarily just for college, because you don't have to go to college to be successful, and I understand that 100%. A lot of very successful people that we know did not go to college. So college is something that was always enforced on me and my brother. And while I agree with it to a certain extent, I also feel that it's very important that you do what you want to do in life, not what everybody else wants you to do. So I just want my kids to be successful in their lives and to not have any stress. Well, they're going to have stressors, but I want them to know that, you know, they're covered in any way, shape, or form. And if I can help them even just get started on a business, or even just get started on payments for college or whatever, that's what I want them to understand that they're going to have. The next big one for me is emergency. So I don't know that I should talk about it, but at one point in my life, I needed out, and my parents said they had saved quite a bit of money to make sure that I had that option if it ever needed to be available. And while that wasn't 1000% the case, because I never had that conversation with them, like, hey, I need this, I made it work. But I don't ever want my kids to feel that they don't have a way out. I don't ever want them to have that fear of being stuck. It's a terrifying feeling, and I hate it, and I don't ever want them to feel that way. So, or this could even be for if they're short 1 month on bills, pull out of that, you know? So this actually might be one that I hold back some of the money, just because I want to know that they're always gonna have it. You know, that, you know, maybe they don't get into a relationship and that person spends all the money, or someone finds it one day coming over to their house and hanging out with them and spends all that money, or takes the money. So I might even hold on to some of that. And yes, I know I'm thinking crazy, but you know, the world is crazy now. Like, people are kind of becoming nuts. So I need to know that I'm always prepared for them. The next one I have down for talent is extras. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just stick with extras, because this will be a wide variety of quite literally everything. So we're gonna go ahead and put that down for Kenna Lynn. Her name is Kinley, but I have all sorts of names for her. Same for all of my kiddos. So, oh, what the heck? All right, so extra. The next one will be gas. So this is another one that's kind of big for me, because I see gas prices rising and I don't see them coming down. So even if they do come down, this is going to give them a head start for their futures. And that's what I want. I want to make sure that they are going to be able to cover whatever they need to cover in any way, shape, or form at any point in time. So, and the way that I'm going to be funding this is I'm going to be stuffing money into it, but I'm also going to be having my kids stuff money into it. Now, that sounds kind of, it sounds like a lot, but as you all know, I am a low-income employee. I do not make a whole lot of money, but my kiddos are going to be starting chores soon and making money of their own. And I want them to start kind of getting in the groove of putting money into these envelopes. So the next one is going to be gas. I already put gas. Just kidding. The next one's gonna be groceries. I'm like over here trying to peel everything apart because I hate looking at the extra stuff on there, but that's okay. So groceries, again, something that is crazy expensive right now that I just want to make sure that all of my kids are prepared for as they get older. Health is the next one. So health is going to be any of their medicines, any doctor's visits, anything that is not covered by their insurance. I want them to be prepared and able to get whatever they need, medicine wise. I mean, my dad's a diabetic, and they just started like having to pay a crazy amount of money for insurance because he has so many medications and so much going on for him. Eye surgeries, I don't know, they're having a really rough time with my dad's health, and it's really scary for me, and that's probably another reason why I really want to be down there, closer to my family, just because I want to be there, to help in any way that I can. And being, 3.5 hours away from my family, that's really hard. I don't get to see my nieces. I don't get to see my brother. I don't really get to see a whole lot of my family at all. But, my mom and dad have been through a lot, and they've always helped me in any way that they could, and did whatever they could to make sure that I was taken care of when I needed it, or made sure that I had what I needed when I needed it. So I'm going to do the same for them as best as I can. Take that also with a grain of salt, because as I said, I am a low income employee. I do not make a lot of money, so there's not a lot of money for me to share. But I definitely do everything I can to make sure that if they need something, my parents are not the type of people to ask for anything, ever. I mean, ever. They don't ask for anything. They would rather suffer. They would rather suffer than ever ask for anything. And it drives me insane, because something my dad has always told myself and my brother: if you need something, do not suffer. You call me as soon as you need me, and I will make it work. And now my dad thinks that because we're grown, he doesn't need to tell us if he needs something. And it's like, no, sir. No, sirree, Bob. You stop that right now. It drives me crazy. And it's probably just because I am my father's daughter. I want to make sure that my whole entire family is taken care of. Not just myself, not just my kids, but my whole family. So like I said, I do what I can to help when I know they need help, if I know they need help, or sometimes I just, pop in and say, hey, how's it going? What you doing? Do you need anything? Typically I get the same answer: no, we're fine. No, you're not. Stop it. But that's okay. I love my parents so much, and I'm so thankful that I have them. And I mean, I'm so thankful that I have my brother. Granted, I don't get to see him like ever, but they came home a couple years ago now. Shoot, how long has it been? 2019, I think, when my oldest niece was, I think she was just about to turn 1, or she had just turned 1, and they came home, and I was, oh my gosh, I was so excited that they were finally here. And I've always been a lower income employee. I've never made a crazy amount of money, which sucks, but it is what it is, and I will get there. This is my daughter Cora's. Her favorite color is blue. Well, now I think it's pink, but for a long time it was blue. But when they first came home, I was so stoked, and I was like, oh my gosh, I really wish I lived down here so I could see you guys more often. And so that's where I wish I could see them more, because I hate knowing that, they're in our state now. They're in they're where I could get to them. But I've had some medical issues and stuff like that that has kind of detoured me a little. I don't know where they came from, but they came from somewhere, and now I'm gonna have to just get over them for the time being, because we have not been able to make our move down there yet, which is fine. I get why. We need money saved up. We need, you know, moves are not easy anymore. I mean, you can't just pick up and take off, especially with 6 people and a dog. You just can't do it. So, all right, so this is Core Bugs. Now, Bug is my middle daughter, obviously. She is so super sweet, and she usually loves to help. However, there are days where she does not love to help, where she is just angry at me because she is tired, or she's angry with her sisters because she just wants to hang out and relax and they want to play. Hang on one second, I'm gonna see. It sounds like someone else is up. Hold on. All right, sorry about that. I thought someone else was awake. So, yeah, so Core Bug is, she is a very interesting girl. My mom used to say, she has looks that will kill, because her emotions are written all over her face. She does not hide her emotions at all, and I love it. I am here for it. Now, with that being said, I do not want to see her go to school and be mean to anybody for nothing, you know. But I have started telling my kids, like, if this kid's mean to you, you know, tell the teacher, tell the teacher, tell the teacher. If the teacher doesn't do anything, tell them again. Go to a principal, go to the office, go to a nurse, go to someone higher than the teacher if you have to. Not saying that the nurse or whatever is higher, but someone other than the teacher that you've already told. It could be another teacher. But if you have to go higher than teachers and lunch ladies and janitors and nurses and stuff like that, go to the principal. If the principal doesn't do anything, if there's a dean of students, go to the dean of students. If the dean of students doesn't do anything, then the next time that kid does something to you, lay them out. Don't ever be the first one to throw a punch, but if someone hits you or if someone gets to the point where you can't take it anymore and they're just bullying you and bullying you and bullying you, you hit them so hard, you make sure that after that one hit, now don't go, you know, beating the snot out of somebody for funsies, you know. But I want them to be able to defend themselves and to be able to handle themselves. And the bullies nowadays are crazy. I mean, and people just let them get away with it, and other parents don't do anything about their kids bullying. And I'm like, listen, I am all for being kind to everybody and being nice to everybody, but my kids will not sit and be bullied all day. They won't, because there are too many really tragic things happening to these kids out here that are getting bullied and nobody's helping them. Now, to try to avoid circumstances like that, every year I ask my kids if they want to be homeschooled. Now, is that extremely inconvenient for me because I would like to work throughout the day while they're at school and then spend the evenings with them? Kind of, but I always leave that door open because I want them to know that there is always a way out of it. I don't want them to ever, I mean, because there may be situations where they don't tell me that they're having issues at school because they don't want me to know. And that's fine to a certain degree until it's coming to someone is hurting them. I do need to know that, and I want to know that. But I always give them the option, you know, if you want to stay home, or if you want to be homeschooled, or you want to try going to a different school. Like, that's one reason why I'm excited for us to move. Once we get, you know, financially ready, and once my daughter sees the specialist that she has to see. That is one thing that I'm very excited for, because I think the school system that they're going to is a way better school system than where we're at. Granted, we haven't had a whole lot of problems with bullying or with a whole lot of anything really. From what I have been told. Now, I have been told a few of the girls have been mean to Grayson, which is my oldest daughter. I've also been told that they are her friends and that they're nice to her. So it really just depends on the day, and I guess on these girls' moods. But I encourage Grayson to always be kind to everybody, and just, you know, if they're being rude or if they're being mean, just to ignore them, walk away, go somewhere else, do something else, go play with your sister. That's a really big bonus of having kids so close together. Go find your sister, you know, especially at, they do this after school program. They love to go, and I allow them to, because usually I'm trying to either pick up hours or do something that I can make a little more money. However, it has not been going the way that I've been praying for it to go, so hopefully I can start making more money soon. But regardless, they are part of an after school program, and they love it. They love to go and play with their friends. They love to go see people, and that's great. I'm so excited that they do. However, when it comes down to it, I also know that they are very nervous. They're very nervous kids, you know. They are super nervous to tell people, you know, when they're in the wrong, because they don't want to cause problems. They want to be friends with everybody. And while I love that so much about them, sometimes you know, sometimes you have to kind of tell people, hey, you know, the way that you're treating me is not the way that I want to be treated. You know, can we do something different? Can you, you know, try to be nicer? Or we're gonna have to stop playing together. They are not good at that. They will still try to be as kind as possible, and sometimes they'll say, hey, no, I don't like that, but really they get upset because that person is not being fair to them or being nice to them. And I'm really trying. I want to preserve that good-heartedness in all of my kids, of course, but at the same time, it's also very hard for me, because I'm like, you know, if those kids are being mean to you and those kids are not valuing your emotions and your feelings, then those are not the type of kids that you want to be around. When I was younger, I was always told little boys who are mean to you or have a crush on you, they think you're cute. Listen, if a little boy is mean to my kids and my kids tell me about it, I'm not very nice, okay? I'm definitely not telling them, oh, it's just because he has a crush on you. I'm telling them, did you tell the teacher? Do I need to come talk to him? Do I need to find out his mother? Because I will. I don't play about it. And I know, like, my parents never really meant for any of that. However, I truly believe that little boys being told, you know what, that's the way that you flirt. It's okay that you do that because it's just, you just think they're cute. I truly believe that that has caused a lot of problems in today's society. And so I am avoiding that like the plague. My son is not going to be taught that if you have a crush on a little girl, you act like a little poop or a little stank, you know what I mean? And I will never be telling my daughters that if a little, I will never be telling my daughters that if a little boy's mean to you, he thinks you're cute, because absolutely not. No. It will not fly with mama, okay? So I'm also looking at getting my daughters into, well, once my son's old enough too, he's gonna go as well, but my daughters are gonna be in self-defense classes. My boyfriend is starting jiu-jitsu soon, and I think I'm gonna put my girls in it as well, my older two. Kinley, my youngest daughter, will be in it eventually, but I want my oldest to be in it now. So I'm looking into those classes as well as gymnastics. They want to do sports over the summer, so we are gonna have a very busy summer. And honestly, I've always been an active girl, so I'm here for it. I'm super excited to see what they do, how they do with it, all the things. So that will be stuff that goes into my budget binder. And then I'm gonna adjust these binders as I need to. However, this is just how we're gonna start out with theirs. But I'm excited. This is my daughter Grayson's. Her favorite color is pink. Like I said, Cora's favorite color is pink now as well, but since I didn't want to have two pink ones, I went ahead and did a pink and a blue, and then eventually I'll do two different colors of pink or two different types of pink, something like that, so that they can both have pink. I did purple for my youngest daughter because that's kind of my colors that I give them, that I assign to them. Grayson's was blue at first, and then whenever I had another daughter, blue got assigned down to Cora because Cora's favorite color was blue and Grayson's was pink. It has always been pink. So pink went to Grayson, blue went to Cora, and Kinley just got purple as, you know, being the youngest sister. So, but she loves the color purple. She also loves the color green, which I think is super cool as a little girl. I love that for her, because green is, you don't hear of a lot of people with a favorite color green. I mean, I haven't, at least. When I was a kid, it was always, my favorite color's pink. My favorite color's purple. Or I had one kid in my class that used to, their favorite color was black. Don't remember who it was, but I do remember hearing that. I do remember hearing it whenever we talked about it. My favorite colors when I was a kid was black and pink and lime green. Crazy to think. Like, I loved that bright neon green, that green that like makes you blind when you look at it. That was my colors. I think I even had makeup that was like lime green that I used to put on my eyes. Crazy. And now kids that are like that age, I think I was 13, 12, 13 when I was doing that. Now those kids look like freaking supermodels, and I'm like, holy, you guys skipped over the stage that I went through. That's not fair. No, I'm just kidding. It's probably because they have parents that like lived through that same stuff, and they're like, let me show you how to not do that. My mom always tried to tell me no, but I was like, what color eyeshadow do I want today? Green and pink. Green on one eye, pink on the other. It'll look great. Or a lot of people used to do the white, like the bright white eyeshadow. Bright white eyeshadow with black eyeliner. Yes. Yep. That was it. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this one finished, and then the next video is going to be a cash stuffing for these. And then hopefully I can get my Cricut finished setting up and stuff like that today when I get off work, so that I can get it going, so that I can start making their vinyls. I had already started vinyls for the front of their binders. However, I realized that the vinyls that they picked are not going to work out for these binders, so that's why I don't have them ready yet. Oh no, I put emergency here instead of emergency. Okay, you know what? We'll switch it. It's fine. So we'll go ahead and put education down, and then we'll pop it open, and we'll just switch the two. There we go. Perfect. And now it's fine. I've been trying to like rotate these so that they weren't like being annoying to each other, but it's fine. So extras will be for their beauty, for different things. And honestly, I even may take the stickers and kind of like put more on there as I go, if that makes sense. Like, so for example, on the bills binder, I may put rent, insurance, things like that, and just do it as like a decoration or something like that, you know. I don't know. I just want to make sure that everyone's following along, you know. I'm going to make sure that we know exactly what's going on, when it's going on, how it's going on, all those things. And I am trying to hurry a little bit because I have to be at work very soon, but I wanted to get this finished today so that I could edit it and post it. I did not post yesterday. The video that I was going to post was going to be basically a video of couponing. However, I don't think that that is something that I need to do just quite yet, because as I was figuring out my coupons, it was one of those learning experiences where I was like, I don't think anybody's gonna like to watch that. I mean, if you want to see it, I will definitely post it. I am proud of it, just for the matter of fact being, I am starting something, and it's, you know, it's a kind of a difficult thing to learn, but yeah. Also, I want to mention, I have so many different categories for them. However, vacation did get thrown into the mix instead of like gifts and holidays and things like that. Oh no, wait a second. What? I missed one somewhere. What the heck? What did I do? Education bills. No, I didn't. What? Okay, savings, maintenance, health, groceries, gas, extras, emergency, education, and bills. There should be one more. Where's my other envelope for her? Here, you know what? That stinks. I got shorted an envelope. That's okay though, because I used to use the same type of binders. So I will just grab my old, oh, this is my bill one. Duh, I'm not gonna find what I'm looking for in there. It's actually in my pink one, I think. Yep, it's in my pink one. Hang on. Gotta find it. Okay. Let me see. Actually, I think it's over here. Maybe this right here. Okay, so I found it. I am going to add it in. Oh my gosh, this one's really kind of beat up. All right, but vacation is getting added in now, and hopefully I can get that switched out soon, because that's a little dirty. But there is Grayson's. So now everyone has their budget binders at least put in. I have, you know, the categories that I've been trying to get in there. So I am happy with the way it is looking, with the way it's seeming, and I cannot wait to start stuffing these. So, oh my gosh. So, let's go ahead and I'm gonna make this like this. All right, and that is going to be the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for tuning in, and hopefully the next one will be stuffing, and then eventually we'll have a decorating video, but that'll be later. So I am going to get off of here and go finish getting ready for work. I'll see you guys later. Bye.